Some said it would never happen. Some said the franchise was dead. But Donkey Kong is back to prove all the naysayers wrong in the brand new Wii adventure, Donkey Kong Country Returns. In a year that's been marked by sudden peaks in nostalgia and all kinds of comebacks, it's easy to forget the importance of Donkey Kong in the Nintendo universe. He started his life as the bad guy way back in the original Donkey Kong, kidnapping the lovely Pauline and trying to fend off the hero, a little dude that would later become known as Mario. The kidnapper then became the kidnapped in Donkey Kong Jr., and it was Donkey Kong who ended up in a cage. Nintendo saw off all kinds of animal cruelty lawsuits though, and Donkey Kong was back to his evil ways by the third game and spent his time hanging around in a greenhouse with a guy called Stanley the Bugman. They just don't make 'em like this anymore. After that, the hairy adventurer spent most of his time relegated to cameo appearances, but what was on the horizon not only changed the face of Donkey Kong, but also the way people started developing games. Donkey Kong Country gave Donkey Kong a real backstory, his own jungle setting, and helped make him into a real character, rather than just a monkey who liked to throw barrels. It was also revolutionary because of the way it presented 3D graphics, making it one of the best looking games on any console at the time. The game spawned 2 sequels, but it's the original Donkey Kong Country that sticks in people's minds as one of the best games released on the Super Nintendo, and this is the reason that years later, rebooting the franchise is such a huge event. The new game sees you take control of Donkey Kong and Diddy as they try and foil some naughty tikis that have stolen DK's stash of bananas with the help of the animals of DK Island, who've been hypnotised into doing some evil deeds. The result is an absolutely huge adventure where you can either take control of Donkey Kong in the single-player mode or play simultaneously as the Big Man and Diddy Kong in the multiplayer mode. Whoever said you can't teach an old Kong new tricks? Well, they couldn't have been talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns. The new and improved Donkey Kong has a barrel load of new abilities and comes loaded with a sidekick who helps him along the way. Yup, Diddy Kong may be a bit of a pipsqueak when he's standing next to the big DK, but don't write the little fella off because you can't get through most of the levels without him. The pair combined to form one of the most deadly duos in Nintendo history. I know Mario and Luigi are pretty much the top couple in the Mushroom Kingdom, but we can't remember the last time Luigi helped Mario fly around with a jetpack. If life has taught us anything, it's that too much of a good thing can never be bad for you. The developers behind Donkey Kong Country Returns have taken this idea and gone to town with it. The result is a game with more than 70 different levels of banana collecting, high-flying, ground-pounding awesomeness. The levels have some pretty crazy designs too. It's not just big nasty enemies you're fending off in the game, sometimes you're actually up against Mother Nature herself. We're a stickler for a nice sunset here on Nintendo TV, and there are plenty of beautiful dusk settings in Donkey Kong Country Returns, which have you racing through the level in silhouette. After you see how amazing these levels look, you'll be wondering why every game doesn't take place in silhouette. Donkey Kong Country Returns is out right now and looks set to be the #1 game appearing on